हरे कृष्णा। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So I'm going to speak about a topic which is very sensitive, very crucial, very important topic for all the spiritualists, for all the Vaishnavas. That is dangers of Vaishnava Aparadha. In spite of hearing so many times, in spite of reading so many times, knowing so many pastimes wherein what are the consequences, wherein one is learning about the consequences of offending a devotee of the Lord, how one suffers, still we don't stop committing Vaishnava offense, and that is our misfortune. Bhakti is simple. Srila Prabhupada says that this devotional process is very simple, simple for simple people. That's for simple living, high thinking. So dangers of Vaishnav Aparadh we are going to talk, we are going to hear now. So lessons from the mistakes committed by Daksha, Prajapati and Suruchi, who was a stepmother of Dhruv Maharaj. Indra committed offense against Brihaspati, and King Vena. There are etc. And there are so many examples, but focusing on these four much mainly, and there can be other examples also in the scriptures. So there are different types of offenses. So there are offense against holy name, Nam Aparadh. So there is Dham Aparadh, there is Seva Aparadh, and there is Vaishnava Aparadh. So Nam Aparadh, holy name, there are 10 offenses majorly. So like Guru Avagya, against going against the instructions of spiritual master, or considering name as an auspicious activity, or considering the name of Lord Krishna and other demigods as the same, or considering Lord Vishnu with equalizing them, Lord Vishnu with Lord Brahma and Shiva. So these are kind of a Vaishnu offense and committing sins against holy names. So these are the very dangerous offenses. They are also offenses, and one who is performing that offense, then definitely he will not be able to progress much. There's again Dham Aparadh. So going to pilgrimage place like Mathura or Dwarka, Jagannath Puri, like these places, these are dhams. And one who commits offense in this dham, if someone performs a devotion service in this is dham, he will get 1,000 times better result than performing that particular activity in other place, some other place. Similarly, one who offends, one who performs any sinful activity in dham, or one who fights with the residents who are the dham vasis, or one who commits some sinful act, so that person uh, will result they will get a very dangerous result he will get. So Srila Prabhupada says that one who wants to stay in Vrindavan, he should sign a bond. The husband and wife who wants to stay in Vrindavan, they should sign a bond that no more sexual life. So dham aparad is also an aparad and offenses, committing that which will deteriorate your progress in bhakti. And the third is seva aparad. So while performing service, for performing especially Archa Vigraha service, deity worship, there are many offenses in it. In scripture, it is written that even like offering flowers, we should wash the flowers and then offer. So there are like minor things also taken into consideration. Any stitched clothes are not allowed in deity worship. So these are some of offenses in Seva Aparad also. So that should be also be considered while performing deity worship. Otherwise, then progress can be hampered. And the fourth, last but not the least, is the topmost aparadh. That is Vaishnava aparadh. That is committing offense against devotees, and especially pure devotees. That is Bhagavad. Then one progress will be standstill. So there are four aparadhs here I am highlighting: Nam aparadh, Dham aparadh, Seva aparadh, Vaishnava aparadh. But Vaishnava aparadh is the topmost. No mercy is shown by Lord. Lord can show mercy for a person who is performing aparadh of chanting holy name not attentively also. Still, he will get inauspicious results. Apanna samstidin ghoran yan nama vivashato granan tato saddha vimochiti yad bibeti swayam bhayam. Still, the fear that person who chants inattentively. Dham aparad, it can be seva aparad. There can be some mercy shown by the Lord. But Vaishnava offense, no mercy. So Vaishnava aparad includes the action of the body, mind, words, and heart. So there are different level the aparad. Kaya, mana, vacha. Okay. So the greatest offense is that one who kills a devotee. Nothing can be greater than this. Nothing can be dangerous than this. One who kills a devotee is a very great offense. What about killing a devotee? One should not hurt also a devotee. Second, one who blasphemes a devotee. Okay. This is included in Namaprad also. And one who is envious of devotees. One should not be, what to talk about envying a devotee, one should not be envious towards any living entity. Otherwise, he will not be able to maintain his stability of his mind. And he will not be able to focus in Krishna consciousness. Number four, one who fails to offer obeisances to Vaishnavas upon seeing them. So we should offer respect to the Vaishnavas. How to offer respect to Vaishnavas? In Updeshamrita it is written, कृष्णेति यस्यतं मनसाद्रियत दिश्यस्य चेत प्रणतिपिश्चजं भज शुश्रूषया भजनम अनन्यमस्य निंदादिशून्यम सीत संगलाब्ध. This is the way one should offer or one should deal with the Vaishnavas. One who chant the holy name of the Lord, one should offer respect in the mind. And one who is initiated in the sampradaya, he should pay obeisances to them. And one who is a pure devotee serving Lord with ananya bhava, no other motive, ulterior motive he has, one should serve that devotee practically, doing some service, menial service. And one should take association of a devotee who is completely free from criticizing any other person. So one who fails to offer obeisance to Vaishnavas upon seeing them, or one who becomes angry with a Vaishnava, or one who does not become joyful upon seeing a Vaishnava, okay, then that will be considered an offense. So one must feel joyful also by seeing a Vaishnava. It's a very important service. Tarpan Mora Vaishnavera Nama. Just by hearing the name of Vaishnavas, I will get pleased. So that is in Vaishnava Bhajan, it is written. So how much a Vaishnava is important? So there are the six offenses by body, mind, words, and heart here highlighted. So principles to avoid Vaishnava offense. So number one, first principle is that always respect and serve devotees. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advises Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Saishunam Amaninamananda Kirtanya Sadari. If you want to always be in Krishna consciousness, then you have to offer respect and not to expect respect. Okay, always respect devotees and serve devotees. By serving devotees, doing some menial service, we will be able to mitigate our offenses towards Vaishnavas. Next is avoid being judgmental. That is very important because people usually becomes very judgmental and they judge devotees on their external appearance. So one should avoid judgment based on external appearance of a devotee. In Updeshamrita, there is a very nice verse. Dushtra svabhava upushascha doshe nakra prakritatva bhakta janasya pashyet gangam basu budbuda khena pankar brahma dravatvam apikachati nida dharmair. Like Ganges, no matter how much it is polluted due to external our vision, and many waste are thrown in Ganges. Factory waste is also thrown, channelized in Ganges. But still, a sage, an intelligent sage, never think that the Ganges is impure. He very well knows the spiritual importance of Ganges, which the water which is coming from by washing the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. So still he takes bath in that particular river, Ganges. So similarly, one should not judge a devotee on external appearance. He must consider a devotee is nothing but he's a Lord's person, because devotee is a family member of Lord. That Lord Krishna says that sadhunam hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayanto aham, madadena annatena janati naham tebhya managapi. So Lord resides in the heart of the devotees, and the devotee resides in the heart of Lord. And neither of them forgets each other. Their only business is to serve each other. That's why one should never offend devotees, never judge devotees on external appearance. Oh, he is foreigner, or he is coming from lower caste, he's not Brahman, and this and that. This is an offense. This is second principle. And third principle, recognize and honor the spiritual authority. Very important. A pure devotee of the Lord who is a guru. And in Srimad Bhagavatam 11th canto, Lord Krishna says that Acharya Mam Vijaniyam, that Acharya, or the spiritual authority, is nothing but me. Na avamanyata karhijit. Never disrespect him, never disobey his order. Sarvadeva Mayo Guru. Always remember that all the demigods are residing in the body of the spiritual master, the spiritual authority. That's why always recognize the instructions of spiritual master. Sri Guru Charananati Aisu Uttamagati. Having attachment to Guru's lotus feet, that is the topmost position in spiritual life. And always give honor, like how we give honor to the Lord. Same honor one should give to spiritual master. By doing this, all the imports of the scriptures will be manifested in his heart. Yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tatha guru tasaiva kathaita artha prakashante mahatmana. That is the essence. So this is the third principle. Recognize and honor the spiritual authority so that you can avoid Vaishnava offense. And one more thing I want to add, that there is a bhajan that Gurudev Kripa Bindu Deya Karai Das. Make me a servant. Just give me a drop of your mercy. What is the drop of mercy? What is how we can understand that we get mercy from the Lord, spiritual master? When we think that we are the lowest, we are the fool number one, and everyone is better than me. That is the mercy of Lord and spiritual master. Nijas priya hinamane. More than a blade of grass, I should consider myself as lowest. So that is the symptom of surrender towards Guru and mercy of Guru. So here we should recognize and honor the spiritual authority. Next, cultivating humility and compassion for living entities. Never offend anyone. Very important. Never. Even a normal living entity. What to talk about a Vaishnava? Even if someone, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu states this in Srimad Chaitanya Bhagavat, that if someone is practicing Krishna consciousness, doing sadhana, but if he is hurting any living entity, then he will not get pure bhakti. What to talk about hurting a Vaishnava then? That's why we should cultivate humility. Okay, Vidya Vinay Sampane Brahmane Gavichastini Suniche Vishwapakacha Pandita Samadarshina. Always have a spiritual vision. Try to have that, cultivate that humility, that each and everyone is a part and parcel of Lord. That's why everyone is suffering in this material world due to their own karmic reaction. That's why we should be compassionate to this loving soul. By being compassionate to other living entities, we will also be compassionate to the Vaishnavas also. So never think we are greater than other living beings. That is not an attitude of pure devotee. Amani namana dina kirtanya sadahari. That is the principle. So these were the principles to avoid Vaishnava offenses. And the next is like examples of Vaishnava offenses and what are the consequences. We see an example here is Dakshas. How Daksha Prajapati offended Lord Shiva. He thought himself as so great and in the assembly of great personalities, when all the people offered respect to Daksha, but except Lord Shiva, and Daksha was not, and Daksha earlier only Daksha was envious about Lord Shiva because Lord Shiva got married to his beautiful daughter Parvati, and he considered that her daughter and Lord Shiva is a complete mismatch. But Brahmaji advised, that's why I had to listen. That's why I have accepted this proposal. But Daksha was not okay with the proposal, and that's why he was envious towards Lord Shiva. And this envy was fully manifested when in the whole assembly, when Lord Shiva has not showed respect, not deliberately, rather Lord Shiva was in completely Vasudeva consciousness, Vasudeva Sabditam. He's completely in consciousness of Lord Vishnu. His constant thinking, that's why he was smiling. And when Daksha Prajapati saw, he thought that he's laughing on him. And he criticized Lord Shiva. He blasphemed Lord Shiva badly that this Lord Shiva is not at all clean, and his associates are also not clean, and his eyes are like monkey, and this and that. And he doesn't suit my daughter. So many blasphemous words were used by Daksha. And this led to a very disastrous consequence, that is destruction of his yagya, and the Daksha received also the head of the goat later on. And meanwhile, even the Parvati Mata, also the Sati, uh, the daughter of Daksha, also committed like a suicide only, we can say, because he destroyed her own body because he has offended, Daksha has offended Lord Shiva. And by seeing this, the associates of Lord Shiva completely destroyed the yajna of Daksha. And later, then Daksha also received the head of the goat. His head was chopped off, and it was replaced by a goat's head by Lord Shiva. So, this lesson which we learn from this incident, that recognize the transcendent position of devotees. Devotees are not on material plane. Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpana. Sei kale Krishna tare kare nija sama. So when one is initiated in sampradaya, at that point of time only, when the a disciple, when he completely surrenders to a spiritual master, that point of time, Lord Krishna accepts him as his own family member. That's why when you hurt a family member of a king, then you cannot be saved. Similarly, if you hurt a family member like Vaishnava, devotee of Lord Vishnu, then you cannot be saved. Similar with the example of Dhruv Maharaj. Second example here giving of Dhruv Maharaj, where a stepmother cannot tolerate the sitting on the lap of his father. Dhruv was sitting on the lap of his father, Uttanpada, and this was not tolerated by stepmother, Suruchi. And she criticized and she instructed Dhruv that if you want to sit on the lap of the father, or if you want to share the property of the father, then you have to take birth from my womb in next life. Obviously, it means first you die and then you take again birth. So here the Dhruv was offended because he was of Kshatriya spirit. He was a Kshatriya boy, and he couldn't tolerate it. And he was crying like anything, and he went to his mother, Suniti, and Suniti Mata has given instruction, a very great instruction, uh, that to that don't be envious of Mata Suruchi, and whatever she has said, that you worship Vishnu. Only Vishnu can fulfill your dream of sharing the property or getting a property of a father, or sharing or sitting on the lap of father. So only Vishnu can grant that. Focus on this instruction which given by Suruchi. Suruchi has gave instructed that you worship Vishnu, only Vishnu can fulfill your dream. Otherwise, it's not possible. So Suniti Mata advised you not to become envious of Suruchi, and focus on the austerity, perform austerity, and approach Lord Vishnu and perform sadhana towards Lord Vishnu so that Vishnu can fulfill your dream. And later, by the mercy of Narad Muni, Dhruv Maharaj practiced penance and severe austerities, and just within 6 months, Lord Vishnu appeared in front of him and gave mercy. And not only that, the Dhruv Loka was created for him. So this was the journey of Dhruv Maharaj, but the offense which is committed by Suruchi. Later, Suruchi. So when Suruchi Mata committed offense, that point of time, Dhruv Maharaj was not a devotee of Lord. But later he became devotee. So it's very dangerous. Even if you commit offense for normal living entity, and if he becomes a devotee, it will become a disaster for you then, for us. So similarly, Dhruv Maharaj was not a devotee earlier, but he was offended. But later he tolerated that, and then he never had any grudges against Suruchi Mata. But still, Lord Krishna has not forgotten. And Lord Krishna has predicted the future of Suruchi when he appeared in front of Dhruv Maharaj that I am not going to leave Suruchi. So this is, Lord takes too much, too personal, this thing. And later, the step brother of Dhruv Maharaj, which was the son of Suruchi, uh, even he, Uttama, and even he uh, was killed by Yaksha. And by hearing the death of her own son, Suruchi cannot tolerate, and she ran into the jungle, into the forest, and even in the forest fire, even she lost her life. So this was the consequence of Dhruv Maharaj's offense. So the lesson which we derive from it is like one should be kind and sensitive and merciful to all people. That is very important. We should be kind enough and sensitive. Adveshta sarvabhutana maitrava karuna evacha. This is what in Bhagavad Gita also Lord Krishna says one should be adveshta, never have envy to anyone, any living entity. Okay, same priyaha. That person is my favorite. Lord Krishna says. So next example is of Indra's offense against Brihaspati, disrespecting the spiritual master Brihaspati. So Indra was surrounded by many demigods and celestial beings and apsaras, and he was enjoying the opulence. At that point of time, when Brihaspati came uh, into the assembly, um, Indra failed to give respect, a proper etiquette. He has failed to follow. And Brihaspati again returned to his residence, and Brihaspati got offended. And due to this, Indra lost his power. The demigods took the advantage of it, and with the help of Shukracharya, they fought with the demons took the advantage and took the help of Shukracharya and fought with the demigods and defeated them. And not only this, due to this, Indra committed offense not only against Brihaspati, he again committed further offenses against Vishwarupa by killing Vishwarupa who gave him Narayan Kavach. And later again, he committed offense by killing Vitrasur, a pure devotee of Lord. So one offense can lead to a sequel of offense or a series of offense, we have to remember. So we should always avoid Vaishnava offense. So what lessons we derive? That never be in pride and disrespect devotees of Lord or spiritual master of Lord. We should never think ourselves a great. We should never be in mud. Spiritual master, because spiritual master represents Krishna. Next example is that King Vena's offense against the sages. That he blasphemed King Vena. He was a very demonic king, and he was blaspheming sages like anything, and he was saying that reject the Lord's authority. Lord Vishnu is not real Lord. I am the Lord. King is the representative of Lord. Therefore, you worship me always. So he was directing in this way, the sages. Because those time, the king used to listen the advice from the sages and the Brahmins. But here the Vena was saying, ordering that you have to hear what I say. So I am the representative of Lord. All the yajna should be performed for me only. So this is an atheistic attitude, and considering oneself as Lord is the greatest offense. And this he committed, and he was forcing also other people to do that, and he was killing many people in that way. So there was no option left for the sages. Sages cursed the king and killed him. So there was complete chaos in the kingdom later on. That's what the consequence. And the lesson what we derive is the importance. It is very important to respect sadhus, the Vaishnavas, and following their spiritual master. There is one more example where even the family members of Lord Krishna in Dwarika, Samba, Samba, who offended devotees of Lord by joking with them. Um, a false womb was created, and the question was asked, who is there, a girl or a boy? And they were joking like anything, and this was an immediate cause later became in destruction of Yadu dynasty. So it's such a ghastly thing. So even Lord Krishna cannot tolerate his own family members in this case. And there are any, one more example of Amrish Maharaj also. Amrish Maharaj was actually was not offended as such, but still uh, Durvasa became envious towards Amrish Maharaj, and he was about to kill him. And the Sudarshan Chakra ran behind him, and he tried to take shelter of many demigods, many lokas, but no one was ready to help. Even Lord Vishnu was not ready to help. He said, you have to take shelter of Amrish Maharaj to get free from the danger of Sudarshana. And then, accordingly, Durvasa Muni has to take shelter of Amrish Maharaj. Then Amrish Maharaj showed mercy on him. So, there are many several examples like this, that by performing Vaishnava offense, by committing Vaishnava offense, one destroys his progress. It's very dangerous. So, there are practical applications how to avoid Vaishnava offense. Number one, that is avoiding gossip and criticism of devotees. Okay, one should not do prajalpa. Okay, यदि अम्मा प्रति स्नेह थाके सभाकार तबे कृष्ण व्यतिरिक्त न गाई बहार. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this in Chaitanya Bhagavat, that if you really love me, don't speak anything unrelated to Krishna. Always speak about Krishna. Even Srila Prabhupada says that if you control your tongue, then you do a magic. Then you win 90% of your battle. Just control your tongue. Your Prabhupada says that if you control your tongue just by eating Krishna Prasad and speaking about Krishna, definitely never offend Vaishnavas or do gossip. If you do this, then Krishna will be in your grip. That's what Srila Prabhupada says. So avoid gossip and criticism of Vaishnava devotees. Gramma Charcha, Gramma Varta na Sunibara. And second is regularly hear and read about the lives of great devotees. Everybody hears Srimad Bhagavatam. Nashta Prayashu Abhadrishu Nityam Bhagavata Seva. One who hears Srimad Bhagavatam daily, all the Abhadra, all the inauspicious things, which will be vanquished from his heart, from his mind. So the contamination which we have and the opinions, the bad opinions which we create among devotees of devotees, that can be vanquished even by reading sincerely, very humbly, serving Srimad Bhagavatam by reading and hearing it. Third is following 6 principles of nurturing the relationship with devotees, that is given in Upadeshamrita also, that is Dadati Prati Ghanati, give and take. Okay, give something to devotees, take some, receive something from devotees. Guhyam Akhyati Prakshati, share prasad, eat prasad with them. Bhunkte Bhojita Chaiva, and share some confidential teachings of Lord with them, some confidential pastime, discuss with them. So these are the actions. Dadati Prati Ganati Guhyam Akhyati Prakshati, Bhunkte Bhojita Chaiva. Okay, offer prasad, accept prasad for them, from them. In this way, we can nurture relationship with the devotees. Shadvidam Priti Lakshanam. This is the symptoms of love among devotees. And last, here I am highlighting, that is offering apologies, and rectifying the offenses promptly, which we have done. So, if we have committed offense publicly, then in public we have to apologize that particular devotee. And if you are offending a particular devotee, then you have to seek apology from that particular devotee only. This was advised by Lord Vishnu to Durvasa. Same thing here I'm highlighting. So these are the practical principles, applications we are following in order to avoid Vaishnava offense. We should be very alert, because Vaishnava offense is like a mad elephant. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. So it completely destroys the beautiful garden of bhakti. So we are putting so much efforts in performing bhakti and elevating ourselves in Krishna consciousness. Just by committing Vaishnava offense, we completely, all the hard work is washed off. So we should be very careful, very alert. And Srila Prabhupada also used to say that Vaishnava offense is very dangerous. And there was in Prabhupada Lilamrita also, there was an instance where a devotee has committed a Vaishnava offense against Vrajvasi. And Srila Prabhupada said, you have to search that Vaishnava and seek his blessings and seek his and apologize him. Otherwise, it's a great offense. Srila Prabhupada was very respectful towards his god brothers and Vaishnavas. And even while leaving this world, Srila Prabhupada was saying that, I was seeking apologies from the Vaishnavas, that I was being very hard. So this was the attitude of a pure devotee. So this conclusion here, that Vaishnava Aparadh can lead to severe spiritual and material consequences. And the stories of Daksha, Suruchi, Indra, and Vena in Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 4 highlight the importance of respecting devotees and spiritual authorities. And Prabhupada's comments further emphasize the need for humility, proper conduct, and reverence in our interactions with the devotees. Because familiarity breeds contempt. So we should not breed contempt, rather, we should have respect for devotees. We should feel fortunate that we get association of devotees. So just I end with the last line of Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is Vaishnavere gunagrahi na dekhiya dosha kaya mane vakya kare Vaishnava santosha. The duty of a Vaishnava, the behavior of a Vaishnava is like this, that a Vaishnava never considers bad qualities of devotees. He only considers good qualities of devotees. He highlights the good qualities of devotees. Na dekhiya dosha kaya mana vakya kare. By his body, mind, words, he just please devotees. That is the business of a Vaishnava. Avoid Vaishnava offense to progress in devotional service. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna.